Hello. Hi. What's going on? Holy shit, that's loud. Oh god. All right. Hang on. Turn that down. Hi. How you doing? What's going on? Hi, Floor Vomit. Hi, Rosa. How you doing? What's going on? I've been doing fine. I saw a movie today. I saw the movie Friendship starring Tim Robinson. It was good. It's barely coherent. It honestly, for most of it, doesn't even really read as a coherent narrative, but it's the funniest comedy of the past decade, at least theatrical release. So that's pretty good. I like that. I thought it was good. I thought that Friendship was a grand old time. And it was, what's going on? Also, just, okay, so real quick, there's a sequence in Friendship where Connor O'Malley just appears on screen and takes over the film for about 3 minutes, and it is perhaps the greatest argument ever for just being a piece of shit. You're just being an absolute fucking asshole. It is the funniest sequence I think I've seen in a good minute, and it ends with the line, "I don't know why we pulled out of Afghanistan. We should still be there." I rate Friendship 9 out of 10. It's a brilliant movie. It is barely a movie. It really, really, truly feels like just an extended "I think you should leave" bit, which is, I think what people wanted out of it. It's a movie starring Tim Robinson, and it's brilliant. It's fantastic. Highly recommend. 9 out of 10 for this one. Again, it's barely a movie. It is mostly Tim Robinson screaming, and I think you should leave style humor. Highly, highly recommend. Why is it so loud? Why is my music so loud? There we go. Okay. Anyways, I saw that today. That was fucking awesome. This movie brings me great joy. I genuinely highly recommend everyone watch this movie, and like a double feature of like this movie and Connor O'Malley's stand-up solutions set on YouTube. It's like a crash course in like all forms of modern culture. It's a crash course in the current status of America. It's genuinely like an incredible view into the minds of real people. It barely feels like this is like people are even acting in this. It feels like they sick Tim Robinson onto a bunch of unsuspecting victims, and it's great. I loved it. So that's what I saw. That's what I did today. I also went to Dollar Tree. I went to a couple places because I'm trying to find deboned, skinless, like good quality large turkey breast, because I want to try smoking it again, but seemingly no one has that. I can get it from like Butterball, but like that's pre-brined. I can't just soak the brine out. I can't suck the brine out of the turkey breast at that point. Even if it's huge and it's shaped like a hot dog, I can't suck the brine out of the Butterball turkey breast. I need an unbrined turkey breast. It's at least close to that size, preferably skinless, preferably boneless. God knows how difficult that is to find, though, seemingly. I would guess I need to hire a fucking private investigator to track that down. Either that or go to a butcher shop that's going to charge me $14 a pound for turkey breast, a meat which is, even on the high end, $6 per pound in a sandwich. So that's really cool. That's really awesome. This is my latest goose chase, trying to find good quality turkey breast in the middle of May, in the close to the end of May, actually, but like middle of basically summer. Basically, summer turkey breast not around where I am. People don't eat that. It's it makes me. Anyways, how y'all doing? How's things going? Chase? Ironically, it would actually be much easier to find goose. I actually know exactly where to find a whole goose. It's actually not difficult for me. Turkeys, for some reason, much more difficult, and I really don't know why. It makes me wonder where are all of these sandwich places getting their turkey breast? Where's the rest of the fucking turkey? I wonder. Because you eat the whole sandwich. They don't use the whole turkey for that. Turkey sandwich means just breast. They just like form it into one tube. They just flop it together, tie it into a log, and they make it like that. It's not the whole turkey. So there has to be the rest of the turkey somewhere. Where is it? I don't know. I think they grind it up and feed it to cattle or something. This does not make sense to me. It's ignore the no, insanity. Yeah. Basically, hey, thanks. Glad I'm missed. This makes me know that I'm alive. Anyways, what a day I've had, and by that I mean not much happened. But I saw the movie Friendship, and it made me think, wow, the world is really like this. And also, I need to prepare for another dinner party because one of my friends asked, "Hey, Damascus, can you throw a dinner party for me for my birthday?" And I'm like, okay, but now I don't have an official head count for that, and one of the planned dishes is going to be a very thinly sliced meat frozen into the shape of a human head, and I need to get myself a human styrofoam head, which shouldn't actually be difficult, but it's like an extra, probably at least half hour. Turkey McNugget? No, actually. Chicken nugget. Okay, by the way, this is I don't understand what to do with leftovers stream. I got, okay. So you remember the last few streams where I made failures? Remember that? Remember all those? Last few streams I keep trying to replicate the Mochiko fried chicken that I had in Hawaii, and it's just not working. It's just failing me. And boy, it's led to, well, it's easier to show you. Hang on. No, there it is. It's led to this. It's just a big container of failed fried chicken. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know. This is probably close to about 1.5 pounds of fried chicken of varying levels and types of failure, and I don't know what to do with it because it doesn't reheat that cleanly, and they're all slightly different to a point where I can't just heat all of them up. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work with this. I don't know. What do I do with this? Like it. Continue. No. There you go. What do I do with it? I have like 1.5 pounds of like incorrectly fried chicken. I don't know what to fucking do with it because I try to reheat it, because part of the failure of this is the fact that it doesn't reheat properly. I don't know exactly what's causing this. I have to imagine there's some ratio that I fucked up with the water and the eggs and the batter. I think it was supposed to be way thinner, but it doesn't reheat properly. It reheats in a way where it somehow condenses itself into a soggier mass than when it is dry and it's still covered in oil. I don't know what to do with it. I genuinely, I'm struggling to figure out what to do with this. So, like, if anyone's got any ideas, the only one I've heard thus far is soup. And, I could make it soup. It is a problem, yeah. It's quite an issue to have. I'm not even gonna call this one explicitly a first world issue, because like it's not fancy chicken. I got it like a Trader Joe's. This is like $7 worth of chicken total probably, but like, man, it's what am I supposed to do? Because I don't feel like this is a relatable problem. You search up, what to do with leftover fried chicken? Everyone's like, reheat it. Cool, great. That doesn't work. What to do with leftover fried chicken that doesn't work? I don't know. No one knows. No one will tell me. Smoothie? No, not doing. I'm not doing that one. Out of all solutions, that's probably the worst one. Think it'll work because it's all one batch now. I mean, it's the difficulty with it isn't that it's one batch. It's that this container has about 4.5 different types of breading and batter for fried chicken on it. None of these are exactly the same, and they all taste slightly different too. So there were a few options. Number one, I could attempt to convert some of them to a different style of fried chicken, which might be kind of interesting. But again, none of these reheat well. That's what I meant. All one container, but I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. But I have some ideas. Obviously, I always have some ideas. You always gotta have some ideas. But most of my ideas are, well, okay, what if I turned it Nashville hot? I don't know. I would have to reheat it properly in order to do that. Teriyaki? Again, I would need to reheat it properly to do that. So that leaves kind of not that many options except for the single one, which is, hang on. I need to make sure I'm remembering the name correctly. Yeah, it would be oyakodon. It would be oyakodon. That's one of the only things you can do where the fried chicken being soggy is acceptable. I don't know. Thought you could slice them, put them in a wrap. I could do that, but all my tortillas are taco sized. I don't have any big tortillas, and I could make tiny tacos, but that's nothing. That's not even real food. And also, I get a lot of meat from my job where I work in a restaurant. So I take the meat home and I cut it up and I turn it into tacos all the time. I'm kind of sick of that, frankly. I would like something a little bit more adventurous. What is that exactly? I don't know. Maybe. I do have... Okay. So, there are some scientific reasons why this is fucked up. And I do kind of wonder if it's possible to dehydrate the outside of this chicken like as slowly as possible. Like 300 degrees oven convection, blast it. But the inside is going to become incredibly rubbery. That's unavoidable. But the way that these things work is that they are oil saturated, high starch content, zero gluten development. So it's gotta have like, it's gotta be able to reheat to a point where the outside will be able to fry itself because it's so saturated in oil. Also, sip. What's going on? Let me get my lav mic out, and then we'll take a sip of what's my drink today? It's a ginger lime Olipop. God, I'm such a coastal hipster. Damn it. Anyways, okay. We're gonna have to run a few experiments on this. I do want to try turning one of these into Nashville hot, but jerky. Actually, fried chicken jerky does sound incredibly fun. Try to boil whatever. You can decide the rest. Maybe, probably. Mic switch, by the way. Okay, so the problem with trying to figure out one problem at a time for these is that I need to get rid of these like relatively fast because the next batch of these I intend to get right, and that still has to happen. I still have to get these right, which means I have to use them. I have to do something with these. Oh, also, I got this very small package of brownie mix from a Dollar Tree, and I have no plan for that. I just bought that because it was $1.25. By the way, cleaned up my board a little bit. Do you notice? Look at how clean it is now. My setup is back to being clean after weeks of just having crust covering my spaces. Oh yeah, my sip. I'm a coastal elite now, and I drink. What even is this? Dietary fiber sodas. There we go. So, okay. The chicken issues. The science. Why is this image here? Why is that image there? Get that out of there. Okay. So the science behind all of this is I want to see if I can reheat these in a manner that lets the outside fry itself. Okay, you can see how utterly saturated with oil these are. I need to get that text off the screen. Hang on. But you can see how, like, absolutely saturated with oil these are. Like, there is a lot of oil in these. You can see the like glisten in the light. It is dense. It is dense and a little bit unnerving, I would say. So, okay, two options to do this. Number one, the air fryer. Why would that one be bad? Number one, I would have to lug my air fryer from upstairs. But number two, air fryer is an extremely dry heat. And we don't necessarily want to dry heat burn the outside of these. We want to evaporate the water from them, which doesn't necessarily mean dry heat. Pizza? Like, turn them into pizza? That's an option, I guess. I have, like, some salami. Maybe? Who? I don't know, but what I want to try to do is wet heat, like steam, like convection steam these things, because that's the only thing I can think of. Holy shit, my hands are shiny. That's the only thing I can think of where I would be able to evaporate the water out of the crust and still get it to a temperature where it can refry itself, but also at a temperature where also in a manner where hopefully the outside doesn't burn more. But again, that could be a huge issue because there's so much fucking sugar in this batter, and I don't know how it keeps happening like that. You know what? Let me just preheat my oven right now. I cleaned my setup. It's all fancy now. It's all cool and good. I'm going to set my oven to 350 degrees at 100% humidity. We're just going to see what happens when I put one of these pieces in, because hopefully the crust will fry itself. Aside from that, I also need to figure out how to make soup out of this, because that idea is stuck in my head now. So what's fried chicken soup, you may ask? I ask the same thing. Luckily, Campbell's Soup already has an answer for me. And I've had it before, actually, and it was very bad. It was almost how should I say? It was almost poisonous. That's what I'll call it. It's this shit. I've had this before. It is horrible. It's just horrible. There's no like alternate explanation. That's just horrible. Do I turn it into soup? What the fuck does Nashville-style hot chicken soup supposed to taste like, you might ask? Well, a combination of pepper spray and sunscreen. But that's beside the point. What if it were actually good? I don't know that either. I cannot answer that question. So, how do I do this? How do I make a Nashville fried chicken soup? More than that, how do I make it taste like anything at all? There's your sip, by the way. Oh my god, that's a good soda. Wow. That's a good soda. Okay, so we have Betty Crocker fudge brownie mix. All my standard ingredients. I also got at the Dollar Tree, because it was there, this small bottle of Kraft Zesty Italian, because I've heard in like the 60s, I think, in like the 60s to maybe like the early 80s, maybe, apparently it was a pretty common thing to marinate filet mignon in this specific Kraft salad dressing. That was like an advertised like method of using it. Like they threw that into the commercials. Put your meat in with the Kraft Zesty Italian. And I'm really just absolutely fucking enamored with the idea of testing that. Because it sounds patently horrible to me. But luckily, I happen to have a great deal of spare, not super usable meat, many of which is coated in a crust that will take very well to absorbing whatever liquids I throw at it. And to get ready for my workday, Sally, have an amazing time. Good luck. Hi, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Thanks. Have a nice day at work. I hope I too wish good luck. I wish good luck for you and your next of kin and my enemies and all my haters. I wish good luck to everyone and everything. Anyone who sees me on the street and they say, I was walking down the street today. Some guy came up to me. He was just like, and then he ran away. I don't know what the fuck that was. It was like 16-year-old just went like, and then he ran away. I don't know. That was real as fuck though. It happened to me. I was like, that was real as fuck. And that's the extent of whatever happened. By the way, I just want to say this brownie mix was very, very thin bag, extremely comically thin bag. And I know it's the Dollar Tree, but like, you could get more at grocery outlet for like the same price. How much does this even make? 1/3 cup vegetable. Holy shit! 2 tablespoons water. Oh my god! Oh my god! This makes an 8-inch square pan. Really? Chat, should I just throw this in the oven just for fun? Just put that in? I might, honestly. I want a brownie. I kind of want a brownie. $1.50? Fuck it. One brownie? What if I replace the oil in this with some other fat? What if I replace the oil in the Dollar Tree brownie mix with, like, lard? Or better yet, tallow. I could do that. Just for fun. Just to prove that I can. Despite the Dollar Tree as a concept. Better with butter than oil? I would believe that. But what if it was made with beef tallow? What if it was made with beef tallow? And, what if it was made with beef tallow, and instead of water, I put in milk, and instead of an egg, I put in, well, no, I guess the egg is important, but what if it was made with, instead of oil, I put in beef tallow, and what if instead of water, I put in milk, and also I added more shit to it? What if I threw nuts in it? I have nuts somewhere. Probably. What's my oven at? 219. Fantastic. Let's go back to dissecting this real quick, by the way, because I want to show you some strange properties of this fried chicken that I've observed in the interim time. So, okay, number one. By the way, please appreciate how clean my cutting board is today. Okay, this is beautiful. I flipped it over to the other side. There are no stains on it. It's beautiful. It's nice. This is a nice cutting board, okay? But I want to show you some interesting things that I've noticed about this specific type of fried chicken, because I don't know how this happens, but so you'll notice it's bizarrely resistant to burning. It is almost flame retardant, and I think I know why that is, but I'm not sure. I believe it's taken on a very frequent thing with baked goods especially, is that they will start to take on the properties of intumescent paint. They're like filled with air bubbles that are like essentially just insulation, and then if they're sugary, sugar burns instantly. That turns into pure carbon, which is like a super insulator. It's just very weird to see it applied to chicken. It's just extremely strange to see it here of all places. So that's number one. Weird thing that I've noticed. So in addition to that, you can't smell it, but I can. That crust is saturated entirely with oil. I can smell the burning oil off of that. If this gets heated up evenly enough, it will fry itself. It will air fry itself. But well, then the issue becomes, how the fuck do you eat this? It is so oily that it will fry itself, but also burns like intumescent paint, which means that anything under the initial layer is not going to get a proper amount of heat. So I've kind of just fucked myself over with this one. I think it's more or less impossible to figure out, unless for some reason it heats up well in the microwave. And believe me, I tried that. Don't try that is all I'll say. It's not good. It does not work, and I do not recommend it. So That's fun. I also have a little plate that we're gonna put it on because God, it's so greasy. It's so greasy. It instantly covers your hand in grease. Like I'm, holy shit, my fingers are pink. I'm a little pig boy. I'm a little piglet boy. Damn. People were mocking me for years, saying, "Oh, your hands are pink. You are a little baby pink-hand boy, small, delicate little baby. Yeah, you want this small bean woke dick, huh? Yeah, well, maybe they were right. Also, I think my hands are slowly deteriorating, like I'm getting fucking carpal tunnel or something. That's another side note. Basically, we need to reheat this. I might throw in another piece with it, because if the experiment works, then we have one that's just this. Then we can soak another one in the fucking zesty Italian dressing from the Dollar Tree and eat like we're really in the 1960s. Throw on the disco tunes and start wearing pants that get tracked in the mud and develop sepsis. Anyways, how's everyone doing? What's going on? How's the weather? It's been getting hot. It's been getting hot here. Not that hot yet, but it's climbing. I can feel it. I can feel the temperature rising. I can feel the temperature rising right now, actually, because my oven is spewing hot air. It's also now currently at 340. My fan. My fan for my oven that I use to keep my oven warm. Okay, it's hot enough. We're gonna throw this in. We're gonna throw this piece into the oven and just hope. There you go. Just throw it in. Fuck it. I don't know. So, oh, that's a weird smell. That's. I need to buy more oven cleaner. Okay, so. Number one solution, just attempt to get it to fry in its own oil, because that seems to be the most logical option, to me anyway. Number two option is attempt to pan fry them. And I don't mean shallow fry, I mean sear fried chicken as if it were a steak, because that amuses me greatly as a concept, and it might also work. Because again, these things are so saturated in oil, so they should be able to sear themselves in kind of a similar way to a good piece of Wagyu, where you don't need to oil the pan because it's so fatty on its own. That's my theory as to how this chicken might work. So we're going to throw that in about 270. I'm going to put this pretty low because direct heat on a pan directly into fried chicken is going to be more aggressive than direct heat oil into chicken no matter what. So 270 is probably the highest I would really want to go for starting temp anyway. Soak your hands in hot but not scalding water and then stretch them. What do you mean stretch? What do you mean put my hands in a Chinese finger trap? Put my hands in get a bunch of Chinese finger traps, just start like trying to pull my fingers out? What do you mean stretch? What are you talking about? You want me to elongate my appendages? Get my digits to extend a few more digits? You want to add some numbers? Maybe. Possible. Who knows? Anyways, a piece of fried chicken in the pan. Now, it's not going to make great surface contact as is, so we're going to weigh it down and just see what happens. This is a very good idea. Like exercises. I already do my carpal tunnel exercise. I already do that stuff. You see that? I'm good with it. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing these for a while because I used to draw a lot more, and that was actually worse for my hands because I would grip my stylus too tight. But I know the exercise. I know all this stuff. I know what's going on. By the way, there's a smell emanating from my oven right now that I've never smelled before. It's I really don't know how to describe it. It's kind of similar to like an old house, and also I want to say like maybe maybe like a Sephora. I don't know. It's very, very odd. It's strangely floral. I really don't know where that part is coming from. Also, is the outside boiling yet? Okay, I can see the oil bubbles like popping out of the chicken from the actual like surface area, which means that my theory of it's going to fry itself in its own oil is holding true thus far. And okay. Okay, this is seemingly also doing that, just much slower. So keep this going. This is actually kind of promising, believe it or not. It's weirdly relaxing. I don't think so! I think it hurts. I think it hurts me. Also, why is my algo stuck on this song so much? It's a good song, but like, give me something else. Come on. I asked for something else. It's throwing me fucking American Idiot. Put me on the Teto playlist, whatever. Oh my god, this is the worst mix I've ever seen. The first one is Casa ne Teto, Against the Kitchen Floor, Will Wood cover. The second one is Man Made a Bar by Morgan Wallen. The third one is A Bar Song by Why does it think I'm an alcohol? The fourth one is My Alcoholic Friends by Dresden Dolls, which I admit I've been listening to a lot lately, but I think it stuck me on the alcoholic playlist on YouTube. Cool. Great. That's me, baby. I'm the alcoholic. Okay, and that chicken is still running. I can hear this now. This is beginning to, it's getting like something. It's becoming something else. I can hear the oil seeping out. What? Yeah, the oil is definitely seeping out, and I think it's taking on more color, and the outer crust is definitely getting like softer. We'll just leave that there for now. How do you make a fried chicken soup? How do you make soup? Where's this? Okay, what if I just fried chicken soup recipe? Okay, so this is well, this is the most terrifying first link for anything I've ever seen pop up on Google. It says fried chicken and soup noodle and fried chicken soup noodles and Asian noodles, which is coming from a website called Tara's Multicultural Table. And well, you know, the image does not I'll say inspire confidence. It's I don't know, man. You know, some things I feel like really just shouldn't be. I don't think things need to be combined on the same bowl. I just don't. I feel like there's no reason to combine these things on the same bowl. Eat them separately. Put one on a plate. Put the one in a bowl. You don't need to have them at the same time. It is not required. You don't need this. It just looks like it's dumb. I just have not even questions, just like, you don't need to do this. You don't need to. What else is on the Tara's Multicultural Table? That's it's a terrifying name for a food blog for me, by the way. This. Oh. You want to talk shit about Asian food? Motherfucker, I am half Asian. Hey, it's actually good. I'm sure it tastes good, but it's a dumb presentation. Also, I will talk shit about some Asian food. There is some Asian food that is dumb. Okay, this is a terrifying recipe. What the fuck? Sweet and sour pineapple meatballs and sama? Oh? Really? Huh. Okay, so What? Huh. It's actually regular Japanese food. I know, but like, I don't like it there either. Okay, I don't like the fried chicken soup thing. It's dumb to me. And I know it's a classical Japanese thing. I know traditional oyakodon is quite literally fried chicken dunked in a broth and then covered in like scrambled egg. I know that's classic, but it's dumb. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I want my fried chicken to be crispy. I'm fine with oyakodon. As a dish, I enjoy it. I'll eat it. But like, if I'm going through the effort to make fried chicken, which I guess I can't even really justify right now because I failed at that, it's still a dumb preparation to me. It's still just a stupid preparation. Why would you not just put the eggs and the soup and the onions? Why wouldn't you just put that like separately? You just put the chicken on top, and so you get the texture. You get the actual texture. A lot of traditional Japanese food actually has this issue. Tons of classic, old, like 300-year-old recipes for old Japanese food have the issue where it just kind of tastes like sludge, and it has the texture of sludge. It's not even just an oyakodon thing. There's a lot of Japanese stuff that is like that. The fucking blocks of cognac jelly that they used to eat with fry, that they used to eat with salted sardines and shit like that. It's not that good. Okay, white man, you're not Asian. Motherfucker. My parents almost named me Kenji, fun fact. That's not my name. But my parents almost named me Kenji. I'll just put that one out there, okay? And my grandma gave me my bento box set, all right? My bento box set that I have over there on my shelf, my grandma gave that to me. Never used once. Traditional Japanese wedding gift. They just never got it. I have it now. The like large set, like the picnic 3-tier bento set. Not like the shitty small bentos. The pan-seared fried chicken is interestingly working. I think the heat needs to go up. I'm going to take that up to 310 approximately. Also, how dare you? Do not call me the white food boy. I'm not white man food boy, okay? Only one person in my entire life has ever told me that I look white, and that person has had glasses the thickness of a fucking igneous rock, okay? I don't trust their opinion there. I just have pale skin. I just have pink skin, okay? I'm part of the pink person tribe. You see that? You see how pink my fingers are? This is natural. I don't dye these. I don't need to. It's just like that for me. All right, how's the piece of fried chicken? It's been in there for about 10 minutes that I'm trying to air fry it. So that one, I don't know, might be worse. Is this... Why is my fucking YouTube autoplay algo feeding me Morgan Wallen? I have never intentionally listened to a Morgan Wallen song. The only reason I even know Morgan Wallen songs at all, aside from my YouTube algo shoving them down my head, is because I keep hearing them walking through the fucking mall. That's the only place I hear these. No one I know listens to them. I've never searched for the name Morgan Wallen. I only know the song Man Made a Bar because it keeps appearing on my fucking algo, and I find it funny as a song because it's so sad. It is genuinely one of the saddest songs I've ever heard. Not for like the storyline of it, not like the narrative of "oh man made a bot." No, the storyline of having to write a song called Man Made a Bar is just like the most like pathetic shit I've ever heard. Like, oh my god, dude, get a hobby. You act like you're in the fucking UK. You're in the American South. The American South, you can go down to a gas station, buy fireworks, blow them up. It's like $20 for a bomb in the US. And they're still saying, "Man made a bomb." Like, fuck off. I hate Morgan Wallen songs. Alright, so how is the fried chicken that I've attempted to air fry in its own oil? Ooh, that is... I mean, it's bubbling. It is bubbling. That's that much real, that much true. But is it bubbling on the other side? How's the exterior? Not crisp in the slightest. but it's very, very oily. Okay, and the bottom has taken on a completely different texture. That's alien. Also, not crunchy in the slightest, but whoa, that's hot. All right. How's the pan doing? The pan-seared fried chicken. It appears to also kind of be okay, this stuff right here, this stuff is so fucking seeped in oil. I feel the need to put this in the pan with the other experiment, because it's so laden with oil. It needs to be like, it needs to be seared in order to get enough contact so that the heat gets hot, so that it gets nice and warm. But it's like, it doesn't work with the air. It doesn't work with just the air. I don't makes me Maybe the air fryer was the correct call for this, but the air fryer is dry heat specifically. I have loaded 8-inch fireworks. You live in the American South? Because that's some American South shit. I was in Missouri for the Boy Scouts like way long ago. There were legitimately gas stations directly next to like fireworks warehouse stores. And they were like advertising on each other's lot. And it was just the most post-apocalyptic shit I've ever seen. Because we would go there driving in on like a dune buggy. And we'd be buying a fucking bomb essentially and lighting it off in the gas station like lot next to it, like next to the fucking AM PM, and it was just like, wow, no one gives a shit. No one gives a shit about anything here in Missouri. If it's not oily, it's not fried. Well, you're correct, but this is soaked in oil. It's not just oily, it is mostly oil. But also, people in Missouri don't give a shit about anything. It's incredible. I was only in Missouri for like a week, and I experienced racism, sexism, homophobia, bomb threats, nearly getting shot by a bow and arrow, nearly getting shot by a crossbow, almost getting blown up, a near car crash, and like almost being stranded in a river. That was 1 week in Missouri, and no one gave a shit about anything. It was kind of awesome, but wow, what a terrible place to live. Awesome place to visit for a week with a bunch of dudes. Horrible place to live. Wow, it must be miserable for people who live in Missouri. Very thematically appropriate if you think about it a little bit. But God, what a truly hellish environment. And when I got out of there, I said, wow, yeah, look, it feels like the only thing that goes on in Missouri is like nearly dying and like probably heroin. And the person who lived there who was hosting the Boy Scouts for the camping trip was like, yep, pretty much. It's pretty much just substance abuse and like just child endangerment and substance abuse and occasional sexual assault. And I'm like, I'm never coming back here. I was just like, yep, awesome, never coming back here ever again, never visiting Missouri until this place is a radiated flat wasteland. Sounds typical for the area. In Missouri, yeah, sounds about right. It was also freakishly fucking hot when we went there. Like, probably 120 degrees, genuinely. Or it felt like that, at least. Fun fact, I actually loaned a guy a few coins at an arcade in Missouri on the Boy Scout trip, and he had never paid me back. And I still remember that. I'll never forget that. Don't think I ever forgot that. Zane, you owe me $1.25. I will never forget that shit. I want my $1.25. Anyways, how's the chicken doing? Kind of fucked up. That guy's name was Zane. I don't even know if I was in the Boy Scouts at this time. I might have been in the Cub Scouts, actually. Which, fun fact, by the way, I don't know if anyone knows this, but unless you were in a troop, but in the Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts, you use different salutes when they address you in your troop. Like the leader is giving like a speech or something. You use different salutes if you're a Cub Scout or a Boy Scout. In the Cub Scouts, in the Boy Scouts, you do a 3-finger salute, which I think is also used by the Navy and Air Force. But it's like a more official salute. It's 3 fingers. In the Cub Scouts, you use a 2-finger salute, which I believe the only overlap it has is with, if I'm remembering correctly, Polish Nazis. That was the only 2 groups that I'm aware of that use the 2-finger salute, is the Cub Scouts and Polish Nazis. And that's it. So, just putting it out there, I'm not Polish. Cub Scouts let us carry our own guns on campouts. Were they little 22 caliber rifles? They gave us those too, actually, which was, looking back, kind of fucking insane. I genuinely, completely, actually kind of fucking crazy that they did that. Because I know it's like a tiny, tiny little 22 caliber rifle, but you're giving that to an 11-year-old. Damn. I'm surprised some didn't happen. Cause yeah, not even, it's like a 10-year-old. You're giving a 22 caliber rifle to a 10-year-old to keep overnight in this camp with probably 100 other 10-year-olds, maybe more. It's actually truly insane that they let that happen. And I say there's a lot of insane shit that goes on in the Boy Scouts. That's one of the more standardized insane things. My troop specifically was almost a free labor group for our leader, who fucking hated the outdoors and would just tell us, yeah, you can come build and paint my fence for a badge. And it's okay, fine, we'll do that for the badge, but you are very clearly just exploiting us for free labor. And, we did it. We did the free labor. We got our badge. But, man, fuck you. Mostly pistols, 38s, 357s, a few 45s? What the fuck? 45s? For the Cub Scouts? That's crazy. That's insane. Not even the Boy Scouts got 45s for us until they were, not Eagle rank, but, higher rank. Hi, Bambi. And what's going on? How's it going? I only learned one actual thing in the Boy Scouts, by the way, which was trust no one. Leave every place better than you found it, or as good, but also trust no one. And you should learn how to tie a square knot, and that's 80% of it. That was 90% of it. Weirdly, I think my Boy Scout troop actually also had a badge for learning how to use a 3D printer. This was before 3D printers were cheap too, so it's kind of weird that we had that badge, because they were $1,000 back then. So I think that was weird. Why did we have that? All right, so I need to check this chicken though. Okay, the heat on this needs to get higher. Hang on. We're turning the heat of that up to 340 degrees. Just get it hotter. Crisp the chicken up better. Why are you Pepe frogging me? Why are you frog jacking at that? Is that not standard? Did people not have weird badges in their Boy Scouts that didn't make much sense, but were clearly there because the troop leader just wanted some shit? Did people not have that? Because mine had a lot of stuff like that. My troop had a lot of badges that were clearly just the troop leaders asking themselves, what can we get for an extreme discount through the Boy Scouts? And a lot of it was oh, what if we could just buy a 3D printer, or rent out a machine shop for a day or something? And it's again, very clearly they're just using us for free labor, but it was kind of interesting. It was very, very weird when they made us work in a garment factory for a few hours, though. I'm not sure that one was even for a badge, now that I think about it. I think they might have just told us to do that. And no one was good at it. All of our shirts turned out pretty bad. But why did we do that? That wasn't even for a badge. It was for something. They made us do that for some kind of reward, but it wasn't a badge. That's why I learned that German Luger's jam really bad. Oh, I learned that one from watching a bunch of videos about Battlefield, back when Battlefield 5 was new. And I thought, oh, how realistic explosion NVIDIA smoke effects, NVIDIA fume effects, real smoke physics. And I was like, oh, how fancy. Because at the time I had an iMac and I couldn't run NVIDIA PhysX. So like I would watch a bunch of videos about Battlefield and I was like, oh, this gun sucks. This gun clearly sucks in this game. And then the people were always like, yeah, this gun sucks in real life too. Fuck you. They said that to me. They said that to me directly as a child. And it made me believe that I was the chosen one or something. I don't know. I'll go back on that train of thought at some point. I'll board it and they'll kick me off for not having a ticket. But I'll board that train sometime again. Anyways, how is the chicken working? I wonder. This one at this point has to be like close enough to done. Like this, it's I don't know, man. Oh, my dream. Oh, this one is very different actually. That's much darker. Hang on. The weight back on that one. So how's this one? Oh, it feels much crispier. Still extremely oily, hyper oily, but it feels much crispier. Very Boy Scout core. Very Boy Scouts core to have fried chicken that is very oily. They made us eat chicken out of cans one night at camp, and like, I know that's not that bad realistically, but you gotta understand, my troop was run by someone who was like crazy fucking rich. So like, our average Boy Scout like potluck, like, cause we would do like a potluck every like couple months. This dude would bring in like a fucking homemade like mac and cheese with like Gruyere and like Emmental, and like it was all organic and it was fucking grass-fed cheeses and shit. So like our troop rarely ever ate garbage, but they made us eat like canned chicken tacos one night and everyone was like, yeah, this fucking sucks, dude. We're stealing the ATVs and going to 7-Eleven. And they bought a bunch of Doritos. That's a fun anecdote about my troop specifically. I did not get to participate in that at the time because I was too young to ride in the ATVs. They wouldn't let me. Yo, wait a minute. Yo. That has some crunch to it. Not a lot. But that has like some crisp to it. There's like texture to that. There's texture in there. It's something. There's something there. Hang on. I need a little dipping sauce. I need a little something. Where's my perfect. Let's get the seasoning slop. Let's get the Knorr seasoning slop. See how that works. A little bit of that, just a tiny bit of that, just to see how it works. So it might work with this. If it works with that, that's good. That's probably too much. Oh. No. Oh. Okay, the pan-seared fried chicken is shockingly effective at re-crisping this, but it gives it a very weird texture. Honestly, it might have had that texture from the beginning. I'm not 100%. Okay. I need to try the fucking Kraft dressing from the Dollar Tree. Hang on. Wait. Well, this looks like absolute fucking sludge. Let's try the sludge. I really don't think that this is gonna work, but whatever. Zesty Italian. Why does it look like that? Why does it have that texture? It's such an unappealing texture. Oh. Do people eat this? Does anyone in the audience, does anyone actually eat like Kraft salad dressings? Is this like something people actually consume on the regular? Or am I just being gaslit by the Dollar Tree? Oh, 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 oh. Huh. Okay. I don't actually hate this. It's a weird combo. Tastes very, very heavily of oregano. And it's like not that strong. But it's not a bad combo actually at all. If you are 75 years old, I am not 75 years old. I am not a slugger. I'm not a slug person. Why did I say that? I should have said boomer, but I'm just... I'm thinking of Conor O'Malley. It's... I feel like I'm going crazy saying this. This tastes... Ah, wow. The weirdest part is how light, how little flavor lingers. It's got like 2 seconds of tail to it. It's like herby in a kind of artificial but not terrible way for like 2 seconds. And it's just gone. Bell peppers, onions, xanthan gum, paprika, spices, unknown. Thanks, Kraft Heinz. No high fructose corn syrup. I should fucking hope not. Why would that be in salad dressing? Really good with honey and green onions. Interesting combo. Oh, I don't hate this combo. It's just kind of weird. It's very oregano. It's very garlic heavy, but it's not a bad flavor for fried chicken. Which really makes me want to see if I can soak this in the glaze. The second ingredient in this is sugar, so obviously it's going to caramelize pretty quick. But it makes me curious. It makes me very, very curious. Let me get my splatter screen on that. Because it's evaporating Kraft zesty Italian into my air. Smells honestly not bad. Water, sugar, vinegar, water, vegetable oil, sugar, salt, garlic, red bell peppers, onions, xanthan gum, spices, alestrin, paprika, blah 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 blah. Okay, so it's mostly a vinaigrette, obviously, but like that kind of fake herbiness is actually really not bad with this type of chicken. It's like shockingly, honestly, cohesive as a flavor is the word I would use to describe it. Oh, and it's absolutely fucking drenching this in sugar. It is a glaze and a half. God, okay. Should I add it to the other side? I think I should. Hang on. We're adding that to the other side. Let's get that in there. There we go. This is really watery, by the way. Very, very watery salad dressing. What should I expect from the Dollar Tree, I guess, but very, very watery. Also, evaporates interestingly fast and seemingly leaves a lot of oil. This is an interesting way to bring fried chicken back to life, I'll say that much. Unexpected, if you will. It is, once again, messing up my clean, nice new setup. My nice, freshly clean setup. As soon as the steam stops and the smoke starts, I know that it's like they've burned off most of the liquid on this. It's evaporated out, which means that it's mostly oil and sugar in there. We'll let that go on the other side for just a little bit. We're going to take that out because I'm genuinely interested to see if this works properly. Because if it does, we might be able to bring back Kraft Zesty Italian as the universal meat seasoning of the current era, just in very different ways than how it was used in the olden times. Because it used to just be a marinade, and I truly believe that one is not how we are going to keep using it. That sounds awful. But as a glaze, it might not be bad at all. It's that artificial herbiness is really fun, and it feels like it's probably almost heat proof, which means that Kraft Zesty Italian might actually be a really, really good barbecue binder. Because if that flavor has somehow become stabilized to heat, and it's got a lot of sugar in it, and it's got oil, and it evaporates easily, and it's vinegar, it's not going to burn super easily either because there's so much vinegar, but it's still going to tack up in a smoker. This might actually be the ideal thing to use as like a barbecue rub binder for smoking meat, like Zuck. I don't know. I'm kind of interested in this now, just as a material to use. This looks all right. All right, we'll take. Oh my God, it's tearing apart. We'll take that out. All right, there. It's lighter in person than it is on camera. I'll say that much. Not by a lot, though. It's definitely one of the more Dollar Tree Dinner's core experiments I've done as of late. But it's not bad. It is not bad. It's Oh, wait a minute. What other ingredients are in here? It doesn't specify anything. No MSG, I don't think. It doesn't say so. It tastes like I added MSG. There's probably a bunch of ingredients in there that replicate MSG just without saying it, just so they can advertise no MSG in it. Like how everything has like hydrolyzed yeast protein or whatever, but this is not bad at all. And it's taken to the crust extremely well. Okay. It's not. It's not coming through as acidic as I would like it. I almost want to add more, because I wanted more acid in this, but like, it's working interestingly well as a general purpose seasoning once cooked. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it is burning hot. This is burning fucking hot. But the herb and spice like flavor is evidently not heat stable. I don't get much of it coming through on the actual chicken. You put it on at the end, it does come through more, but it doesn't taste Italian, if that makes sense. It's very weird. It almost tastes like it almost tastes like a Peruvian, if that makes sense. Okay. You're gonna have to trust me on this. You're gonna have to really, really roll with me on this one. This has an almost identical flavor profile to lomo saltado. If you know what lomo saltado is, you probably know, you probably kind of get what I'm talking about. But this tastes like lomo saltado, which is a, I believe, Peruvian Chinese fusion dish from yeah, it's Peruvian, but it's a stir fry, and it's part of Shifa cuisine, which is Chinese cuisine made with Peruvian ingredients. And this tastes like that. This tastes like lomo saltado, kind of eerily close. It doesn't have like the potato, but like flavor wise, it's very similar. Huh. Honestly, I kind of really like this, actually. It's a very interesting flavor profile for fried chicken. Because this is like, not super like acidic. It's not like sour or anything. But it's like, it's sour enough to like lift this up from being like cloyingly like oily. It's shockingly effective. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll call it. Shockingly effective. I kind of recommend this. I think I might recommend this. I think this might be good, just as in general. It's, huh. Hang on. It's weird, though. Because, again, this is a failure of Hawaiian-style, mochiko chicken. So the breading is mostly rice, and you do get a bit of that rice starch chew to it. But you get like an Italian style like seasoning. I really do kind of like this. Let me hang on. That's okay. That's the Italian dressing. Okay, so it's mostly red wine vinegar, olive oil, Worcestershire sauce, black pepper, a bit of garlic. Okay, that's not difficult, but oregano, parsley, garlic powder, salt, sugar, basil, blah 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 blah. This is kind of good. It's annoying me that this is good, because obviously this is transparently garbage. It is Dollar Tree Kraft salad dressing poured on top of failed fried chicken, but it's so not what I'm expecting that it is genuinely interesting to eat. Like, it's a flavor profile I don't think I've ever had before outside of lomo saltado. I am so fucking confused. No, that's good. No, I can't like downplay that. That's good. That is a good combo. I can't believe this. I can't believe this one. This is a genuinely tasty combo of things. I'm It's just not what I expected. It's just not what I wanted. None of this makes sense to me. You know what? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna finish this up. We're gonna finish up this chicken. I'm gonna go get a real quick pan. We're gonna make like the Dollar Tree Betty Crocker brownie mix, because I have it. I want to use it. I want some brownies. You know, I want a tasty treat every once in a while. But like, God, the zesty Italian, specifically also with like this Knorr chili liquid seasoning liquid. It's really quite good. It's really unironically quite good. Like, the flavor combo is strange because this is largely soy based and it's just a little bit spicy. but it works. This works. This is a really solid flavor combo. Probably for a lot of things, because it's nondescript. You would not be able to pick out that this was Italian. This is not. You wouldn't be able to pick out Italian dressing out of this. This is something else. You might be able to get a bit of the red wine vinegar. I'm getting that. The fuck was that? This is interesting. It is very interesting. That's all I can get out of this. It doesn't taste like it's from anywhere. This is a fucking zoneless food. This is a fucking nothing zone food. You cannot pinpoint an origin point for this flavor. It almost starts off Italian, but it so instantly trails off into something else because the flavor of this dressing is so light. Not light, but it's so short-lived. It tastes like it's from somewhere, but like the moon. Closest comparison I can make: Lomo Saltado, Peruvian. That's the closest I can get, is the Lomo Saltado right there. Truly did not expect this outcome. I thought this would be like a throwaway bit with the dollar store craft zesty Italian dressing, but it's genuinely good. Because it doesn't taste Italian. If this was breadcrumbs, if this chicken was like breadcrumb breaded, totally different story. It would taste instantly Italian. It'd be weird. But they're rice starch breaded. They're rice breaded. So it's not as easy to discern exactly what the material is. Like with bread, it doesn't taste like much. It just has a weirdly sticky chew. I don't know. This is good. This is a really good combo. This is a genuinely very, very tasty combo. Is these two things. I cannot fathom why. Well, no, I can fathom why. They're both like ultra generalized, like not like nondescript purpose seasonings, but they are really fucking good together. And this one makes this one taste Asian, but like not like a like mainstream type of Asian. Again, closer to Peruvian than anything else. I'm genuinely kind of just flabbergasted by that whole thing. It's like, oh god. That's like a completely different. This changes my whole view of what this salad dressing actually is. The 1960s might have been onto something. It's such a weird off-kilter combo. I need this one like documented, like written down, because this is something people can actually try. This is available in like a billion like Southeast Asian and Mexican markets, and you can find in the fucking Dollar Tree. So this is utterly doable, and I need someone out there to try it because this is too good of a combo to not have written down. I don't understand how. I don't understand what's going on. I am losing it. But it's good. It's good. I'm putting that in. Ba-ba-ba. Anyway, I'm putting that in. Okay, I'm gonna go get a pan real quick. We're gonna make the Dollar Tree brownies because I want some brownie. Just give me a Dollar Tree brownie. I'll throw that. I'll get some like nuts. We'll get some milk. We'll get some butter or something. Try it on toast or mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes? This would be actually a really, really interesting, like, fried chicken sandwich. That would be really kind of very neat, actually. Like a fried chicken sandwich with, like, this weird, nondescript, like, no, like kind of like a child of no country seasoning blend. That could be really neat, actually. As these combine genuinely into like a soldier of no into like a beast of no nation blend. Like it's impossible to discern where these cultures come from. You could guess, you probably wouldn't get it exactly. I kind of want some. I could get some toast, but also I need to get the pan to make the Dollar Tree brownies because I want some brownies. I went to the Dollar Tree and I got that for $1.25, and I was like, yeah, I want some brownies. I want some brownies. Yes, queen. But like, okay, give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm gonna go. I don't know. Give me a minute. I'm going to go get my pan, brownie pan. 1 egg, 2 tablespoons milk, and then whatever fat I feel like down here. Okay? BRB. BRB. I'm back. I've returned, and I got my gunk. I got my schlop. About that here. No, none of that. Anyways, okay. So we need to continue on with the chicken rehabilitation project. I really am confused how well these flavors work together, but we need to set that aside for not really the time being, actually. Turn the oven back on, and I guess actually we can just start reheating more chicken in the pan. I don't know if I need to, though, because I can just heat it up whenever I want. Now that I know that this specific method works shockingly well, covering chicken in salad dressing. Now I'm like, okay, what else happens in this world? What else can happen in this world? I don't know. Anyways, I got my pan. I got my 1 egg. I need to figure out what kind of fat to add to this, because I never really figured that out. What is that? 1/3 cup vegetable oil. Well, what if instead of vegetable oil, I used a different thing? Thank God, it tears easily. The people who shop at the Dollar Tree for brownie mixes do not own scissors. Beautiful. Alright, 1/3 cup vegetable oil, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons water. 2 tablespoons water is really funny to me. We're gonna use milk because I'm balling like that. We're also going to add probably a little more than 2 tablespoons. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a bunch of shit to this because I just want some brownies. And I have no plan for today. I have no plan ever because I have too many other things to do in real life right now. But I just want some brownies. Throw in some walnuts. Cacao nibs. Probably pump up the sugar in that. Probably use lard for the fat. I don't know, man. I'm going insane. Just throw in all the walnuts. Fuck it. Okay, bunch of walnuts. 1 egg. 1 singular egg for the slop. My oven preheating. Where's my cacao nibs? Let's throw in some cacao nibs. Yeah, sure. Why not? You know what else we could throw in, just for fun? Activated charcoal. Why not throw some activated charcoal in? There you go. Why not throw in some fucking corn syrup? Why not throw in some mono and diglycerides? Perhaps some stearate. Perhaps some potassium stearate. Who knows? Does it even matter? I don't think so. Really not sure it does actually matter. That's where I'm at right now in this. I didn't realize it would be this easy to make the chicken edible again. I did not realize that the solution would be fucking Kraft salad dressing. That is a mind-boggling fucking discovery. I guess I need to start coating fried food in salad dressing now, which feels antithetical on both ends, but who am I to argue with the results? I don't know. Maybe I should add Nutella? Jet puffed marshmallow cream? Fuck it, I still have like a tiny bit of that left over from like forever ago experiments when I was trying to replicate marshmallow cream, and I found out that the manufacturing process for it requires fucking multiple G's of pressure in the chamber. Smells fine. It's perfect. Brilliant. Work with that. I don't care anymore. Put it all in. I am losing it. I've been outplayed by fucking Dollar Tree Kraft dressing. You have to realize how instantaneously this causes me ego death. Like I'm not joking about that. Maybe we should add rice flour to the brownies. Turn them into mochi brownies with marshmallow. Oh, how new age. Oh, how nuevo. How fucking what do they say these days? How fucking litty. How clitty. Am I losing it? Am I losing it currently, actively? Throw in some rice starch. Not much. It's about 2 tablespoons. About 2 tablespoons of rice flour. Why not? See what happens. Just see what happens. We still need 1/3 cup of fat of some kind. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we'll just do it. We'll just go straight for it. Right into the jar of lard. Why not? Who's going to stop me? No one. No one and nothing. 1/3 cup? Brilliant. 1/3 cup lard. Everyone has this. Everyone has this lying around. Everyone knows exactly what to do with this. 1/3 cup lard. Doesn't smell amazing, but it's not stale. It just doesn't smell amazing. Whatever. Should probably get a vacuum top jar for this, actually. Oh, fuck it. Lard mochi brownies with whatever I put in here. There you go. Well, you know. Is this good? Is this what it's supposed to? I've never used this mix. I've never used mixes like this. Hi, Crack. How you doing? To be asleep, but I woke up and had to know what that chip can do it. Okay, so all right, basically, I've somehow been defeated by fucking Kraft zesty Italian dressing from the fucking Dollar Tree. Reheating fried chicken in a pan with this stuff as like a glaze is shockingly effective. Like scarily effective. One of those things I did just purely actually as a joke, and it's not bad. It's really quite good, actually. Butter flavored Crisco. Butter my Crisco. Let's just throw all the remaining marshmallow fluff in there. It's not like I actually have any use for this gunk. Put that in. Put that in. Come on. There we go. There we go. All the gunk. This is the same spatula I used to scoop out the lard. I don't care anymore. I've been defeated by fucking Kraft salad dressing. It's separated into pure corn syrup at the bottom. That's awesome. I do not care. I truly do not care if my fucking marshmallow fluff separates. It's the oil they use in it, like how some ranch dressing has that kind of stale oil taste even when it's fresh. No, it's not stale. It tastes good. It tastes indescribable, like it doesn't originate from any specific country. It is a beast of no nation salad dressing combo, but specifically Kraft zesty Italian dressing and Knorr liquid chili seasoning. You combine these together and you get the flavor of Lomo Saltato, like to a scarily realistic extent, just with none of the texture of Lomo Saltato, but like all of the seasoning and all of the vegetables, but there's just none of the actual material. It's weird, and I truly did not expect it, but it's very effective. It's those two specific things. I don't know if anything else will work. Probably something else will eventually, but it's this. This combo of seasonings is scarily effective and weirdly weirdly difficult to place. It's not a new flavor combo, but it's a highly unusual, very rare one to find. Trailer Park Dollar Store Classic Chef Chicken plus Zesty Italian for the marinade. It kind of is. Also, hi Fudge, how you doing? Whore to you too. Now I want a fluffernutter. You know, we don't get those. We don't like those. I don't even care for the fluffernutter. I had a few. I was like, it's fine, and I was like, hey, it's fine. But it's not okay. It's not the classic Chef Chicken. It's not the chicken and zesty Italian specifically. It's these two in combo with like a battered fried chicken style, because they don't end up tasting like Italian dressing. They end up tasting like a Peruvian stew of orange chicken. That's what it ends up tasting like. You hired Peruvians to make orange chicken. It's just a fucking bizarre flavor combination that works, but is impossible to identify off the bat. You would never guess that there were that it was Kraft Italian and Knorr chili. You would guess it was some completely other thing, probably, unless you've literally eaten Kraft Zesty Italian your entire life and you're tuned into that frequency like you're fucking Lucille Ball waiting for the CIA to give her directions on how to kill Osama. Eat your heart out, piri piri. Genuinely, it's like on the level of like piri piri in terms of like working as a flavor combo. Like piri piri and lemon, just fucking Kraft Zesty Italian and Knorr liquid chili seasoning. It's like on that same level of it just works almost. Hang on. Let me scoop all of this Dollar Tree brownie mix into my pan. And I'm not even going to attempt to fucking smooth it out. It don't matter. Dollar Tree brownies, just because I wanted some brownies. I've wanted some brownies for a few days now. No, I'll attempt to smooth it out a little bit. Why does my YouTube algo think I am a schizophrenic Tumblr girl from 2014? What is this fucking mix? For a good, I'm a zest-pilled purity cell. Put the Nando's sauce and the Kraft Zesty Italian together. They're probably really good together. Something in that Zesty Italian is like, I know it's just like white vinegar or something, but it is the perfect amount of acidity for like cutting through fried foods without making them acidic. Like it is a perfect pH for that. I don't know how it would work on steak or like chicken breast. That sounds dumb as shit. But for fried food, like super oily, like battered fried chicken especially, it works really well. I had to put semi-sweet chocolate chips on top and flame it? Why do I have to flame it? What's the flaming it got to do with anything? Also, I used up all of my I used up all of my fluff for this. Please understand. I'm just gonna throw this in the oven. It don't matter. None of them matter. None of that matter. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna pour my milk on top. Just see what happens. It's like how they pour like heavy cream on cinnamon rolls or something, you know? It's like how they pour heavy cream on cinema roll, you know? It's like it's one of them happenings. To throw that the fucking mud and cum slab into the oven. Put it in. Oh god, 100% humidity. Fuck, that's a lot of steam. Holy shit, my hands. Oh god. The Anova Combi probably makes insane brownies. That's what I threw it in, so. The grocery outlet had 1.5 liter Nando's mild for $8. I jumped on it. Same. I jumped on that shit when I saw it. Was like a couple months ago. I leapt on that shit. That's one of you want to okay. Side rant. You eat a breakfast sandwich. Eat breakfast sandwich. You put the egg on it. You got some like bacon or something. You put sriracha mayo. Fuck that. Don't put that on. Put the Nando's sauce in the pan and then like toss the egg around in it like chilaquiles and put that on your sandwich. That's one of the best like sauces to put on a breakfast egg sandwich, is like a slightly cooked Nando's sauce. It is so good. It's either that or like the Herdez like salsa verde. That one, cook that one a little bit in the pan with the egg, throw that on your sandwich. It is immaculate. Sriracha mayo is a millennial food meme, and there are significantly better options these days, especially for something as general purpose as a fried egg. Sriracha mayo doesn't fucking belong on that. Sorry. Literally had a breakfast sandwich with Nando's sauce on there this morning. Real shit. Real shit. That's how you know. It works. It's really fucking good. Harissa mayo with lemon and crushed garlic. Real shit. Real shit. That's the as they say, elite play. Genuinely, try the like fried egg sandwich, and like near the end of the egg cook, just like spoon in like 2 tablespoons of like the Herdez salsa verde, like mild, and just like cook it off until it's like thicker. Throw that on your set. That is, it's perfect. It's one of the best breakfast sandwich flavor combos. Doesn't work amazingly with bacon. Very good with like Oaxaca or like some kind of like really salty like American cheese type thing. Better with Oaxaca, but in a pinch, cheddar will do. How long was I supposed to bake this? I just forgot. 25 to 27 minutes? Not fucking doing that. Not in the combi. We're putting that in for 15 minutes, and that's what you're getting. It has that lost essence of Taco Bell green sauce. Eee. You have a fistful of Costco chicken cilantro wontons for dinner sometimes and just dump that shit on there. The salsa verde? Odd. The Nando's, I could understand that. That sounds good as fuck. Salsa verde sounds weird though, if that's what you're implying. That sounds odd. Yeah, okay. Nando's. That makes sense. I get that. The Nando's mild sauce is one of the best general purpose sauces you can use for like super herby like light meat, I think. And I know that that's kind of what it's designed for, but damn, they did a bang-up job on that one. Thank you, South Africa. Not Britain. Thank you, South Africa. Britain is not to be credited with Nando's. That's a South African thing. But like, thank you, South Africa. You really hit it out of the fucking park with that one. The Nando's mild sauce. It's the South African base of like equivalent to like Mexican like general purpose like cooking salsa. It's so fucking useful. It activates the fuck out of any dry hurt. Yeah, it's nice. And it's got a lot of lemon in it. It's like super, super citrusy compared to most sauces. And the citrus is like, it's the kind that can cook down into like something that's less acidic, which means you can cook it down into something that's less acidic. You can add more, more like lemony, lemony fresh, lemony flavor in there. It's delicious. It's fantastic. Another elite play, if you're in the mood for some elite plays. Nando's, and bizarrely, and I know this is going to sound fucking dumb, but Nando's and like Hidden Valley Buttermilk Ranch in the right ratio, and it's more Nando's than Ranch, is it's a truly bizarre sauce, but if you're sick to death of Thousand Island, it works very well as an alternative. Like Nando's mild and like ranch. That sounds crazy. Have a huge thing of ranch powder from Costco. Give it a shot. Nando's and ranch, it has to be mixed ranch. It can't be just ranch powder, but like Nando's and the right like ratio of like Hidden Valley is a bizarrely effective facsimile of Thousand Island, but in a way that doesn't remind you of Thousand Island, but can be used in almost the same way. Trader Joe's puree sauce is very spicy, but make me tummy hurt. Not even Yakult. Well, maybe you are weak. Don't make my tummy hurt. It is pretty hot though. Trader Joe's does like some real like fucked up evil shit with some of their hot products. But a lot of places kind of scared to put a lot of chili in things. Trader Joe's, for some reason, really doesn't give a shit if they kill people. Like, I remember trying the Trader Joe's harissa a while back, and I was like, whoa, fuck, that's actually hot. Was not expecting it to be actually hot. Stop, but that one fucks me up. Maybe your gut biome just isn't accommodated to it. Eat more of it. Eat more of it more often. You will become accommodated. It's like Taco Bell beef. If you eat enough of it, you will become accommodated to eating cellulose, and then you can also digest sawdust. Trader Joe's harissa is a staple in my fridge. Real shit. True. Also, okay, another bizarre fucking thing that I really kind of want to get people to do more. Start infusing vinegars with like harissa. Like this is again, it's going to sound fucking bonkers from like a flavor perspective, but like blend together apple cider vinegar and harissa and use that as like its own ingredient. Like that's like a whole new thing, because they will meld over time. It will change flavors slightly over time. Raspberry blush vinegar plus harissa, real shit. But also, I have a raspberry balsamic, and it's one of the worst fucking things I've ever tasted. Taco Bell. Sawdust. What a delicious log. What a delicious, damn, made by beavers. I say this is a beaver. You're a beaver, chat. Do you like beaver shit? Are you beaver core? Honestly, after going on that rant, I kind of have half a mind to attempt to reheat the chicken in a pan, but instead of covering it in Kraft Zesty Italian, covering it in ranch. I kind of really want to see what would happen if I covered it in ranch. Who up nibbling they log? Who up sawing they dust? Who up sucking they fumes? How's that brownie doing? Oh fuck, they're rising up really fast. Okay. Ah! Oh, what the hell was that? I heard that. What the hell was that? Is that an email notification? Do I have email notifications? Oh, of course, it's Stream Elements telling me, yes, guaranteed $20 base for taking a Factor 75 sponsorship. Suck my dick. I'm not taking a Factor 75 sponsorship, you rats. I'm not taking any. I will never take a food box sponsorship unless they're paying me thousands. This soda's shockingly good, actually. The lime ginger lollipop, pretty good. Anyway, okay. You know, we're just gonna do it. Fuck it. All right. Get one of these other failed pieces of chicken. One of the other ones that were cooked in a little bit less aggressively incorrect way, but still incorrect. Throw that in the pan. We're just gonna let that sit for a little bit to heat back up. Maybe you'll add one weight to it. We'll just heat that back up, and then once it starts taking on a little bit more color, I guess glazing it in ranch. I guess we're gonna try glazing it in ranch, and then yeah, just seeing what happens then. At this point, it's just a free-for-all. Yeah, fuck it. But I'm really curious. What would happen if we just coated this shit in ranch and attempted to pan-sear fried chicken? You don't think submerging them in deeper oil would have had a different effect, do you? No. What I think happened after more research was that my batter was too thick. I think I added too much shit to it. I added extra maltodextrin, I added like Trisol, and I didn't really adjust the amount of liquid that much to match. I think my batter was supposed to be like almost tempura thin, and it was like, by the end it was spackle. Like I went in totally the wrong direction. I'm pretty sure that's what happened anyway. And the crisp longer powder, yeah, that's the Trisol. But like, I added too much shit and did not adjust the liquid enough. I should have made it thinner. I went in the opposite direction. I'm too used to doing things in the opposite direction. I'm too much of a contrarian. But I'm pretty certain that was my issue. The batter was too thick. If it was thinner, it probably would have been crispier too, because it would have had more opportunity to like fan out. Like it would have like puffed up in the oil and gotten like thinner in the process and more craggly. But I fucked it. I don't know what to tell you. I fucked it. Watch the video when they treated the batter like a one and done marinade too. Yeah, that is generally the process. Like the marinade is the batter for Mochiko chicken, and I really like a good Mochiko chicken, I've found. but I fucked that batter up intensely. It is not proper. That is not how you do that batter. It's supposed to be like almost like ketchup consistency, maybe thinner, honestly. It's supposed to be real fucking thin. Like, it's not. I was essentially using caulk at the end there. It was too thick. I did not add enough liquid. I should have added more liquid, probably from the start, honestly, because I was adding so much extra dry powder. I don't think the egg had anything to do with it. Because the other thing is that I don't think the egg yolk actually had anything to do with it either. I don't think that matters in this specific context. Because what the yolk will generally do is add fat, which will inhibit gluten development. But that's a pure starch-based batter, so there's no gluten in it at all. So the yolk probably doesn't hurt any. I just miscalculated that in general, and I don't know. We're going to be trying that again with a more parametric approach next stream, which will probably be on the I'm not sure actually when it'll be, but it's good. We're gonna have to approach that again, this time from like a different angle. I was wondering if I had added the wet I had been missing. It also adds some lecithin as binder. It's possible. I can't imagine that's actually like I can't imagine that actually is effective as a binder. It might help with emulsifying, but there's no fat in that batter except for the yolk, so it probably doesn't actually matter that much. In all likelihood, it just adds a little bit of flavor, and it probably doesn't really affect texture. But we will be trying. It will be it's gonna have to be part of the specific experiment at this point, because like everything else has been pure egg white, and that hasn't been working either. So adding the yolk in can't hurt, right? I don't know. Anyway, how's this doing? Basically, my experiments have been failing, and I think I know why by now, but I'm not sure. I'm trying. I'm learning. I really do think it's supposed to be a tempura-like batter, though. I think that's the goal. Because it's, if you watch the video, you see the batter is like super thin, and the crust that they end up with is pretty craggly, which implies to me that the crust is bubbling up, but not enough to like, not enough to like separate into like little shards that are separate like tempura batter does. Tempura batter like sheds droplets of batter in the oil, and they become their own little floating bits. But I think they're specifically aiming for a batter that doesn't do that, but is on the edge of it. That's where I need to be in terms of thickness. Is it all water? Probably, mostly yes. Probably water is one of the better things to do, because when I did the experiments at the end of last stream with the maltodextrin and the rice and the starches, and I was just using water to fry those, and they turned out pretty fucking crisp. So probably just water to thin out the batter is fine. I probably don't need more egg white or yolk or whatever, or like mirin. That would add too much sugar. Speaking of grape jello, should I buy a bottle of methyl anthrilate from Amazon? Why would you need a full bottle of that? Why would you need an entire bottle of pure methyl anthranilate? I forget how to pronounce it. I know what it is though. It's grape flavoring, but like, why would you need an entire bottle of that? You can buy like 2 grams of it from Loran Oils for like $3. You don't need a whole bottle. $13? Pure? Nile Red owns a 5-gallon drum. Yeah, Nile Red also owns like fucking tritium, and he sleeps with it as if it's going to give him superpowers. You think this is a good idea? Then again, when has anything being a good idea prevented me from not doing it on stream? I guess that's, that might be my issue. Oh, there's only 1 minute left on the brownies. How are they going? That looks very weird. The milk that I poured on them before putting them in the oven seems to have completely changed the texture of them. I might need to keep going on. I might need to leave them in the oven a bit longer. I got obsessed with the process of making Pop Rocks when I saw how much gourmet pâtissier suppliers want. Sparkling sugar, they call it. Oh yeah, that stuff. It's like, what are they? It comes from like one specific French company, and they're like unflavored, and it's like fucking $40 a box or something. I know what you're talking about there. It is absurd, but also it's really fucking difficult to make Pop Rocks at home, bordering on impossible. So I don't know. Culinary crystals, that's what Modernist Pantry calls them. And 1 pound is $25. And a pound is not that much. But $25 for a pound of carbonated culinary crystals. There's a Spanish one too, but you need a special machine. Niall bought one on AliExpress. How much did it cost, and how large is it? Because as far as I know, the manufacturing process for this is absurd, and the machines needed for it take an unbelievable amount of like time and electricity, and also gas. Cost of the machine to get it any savings for a lifetime supply of Pop Rocks? I'm not surprised. Generally, I feel like if you're manufacturing Pop Rocks, you're probably making more than a few lifetime supplies a year at least, right? Like if you're in the Pop Rocks manufacturing business, you're not making barely enough to last one guy his lifetime. You're probably making enough for like at least a small town, right? I feel like this was entirely expected as an outcome for that. But what do I know about Pop Rocks manufacturing? A little bit. I know at least a little bit. We'll keep going with that one. Put that back in. It's not taking on any color yet. Turn the heat up to about 340 and just leave it there. Margins on materials is sky high, but the process is the expensive part. I'm sure the materials are dirt cheap. It's just like sugar, flavoring, acid, and like CO2. But you need a machine that can crystallize sugar while pressurized with CO2, which is not an easy thing to do. That's not like that's not a process that you can just do in like a vacuum chamber or something, or a pressure chamber. Like you need a specialized device to do that. And it's more difficult too, because like generally it's quite difficult to crystallize things in ultra high pressure with like just CO2 in a way that actually traps it right. Make that cherry yuzu chiffon cake again, but put Pop Rocks on top. Honestly, why not just buy the culinary crystals from Modernist Pantry? Like, I know it's $25 for a pound, and a pound is not that much, but a pound is enough for probably at least like, what, like a dozen desserts, probably? And a 4-ounce bag is $12. What the fuck? No, get the 1 pound. Jesus Christ. 4 ounce? $12? When I master it, I want to do it again, but grape. Oh, what fun. I should get some culinary crystals. Modernist Pantry has them, and they're like, that's their thing. Who makes these? Who does make these? Hence the yeah, but like, you could just buy grape flavoring from like Loran. It's like the same stuff, but it's like properly stabilized, you know? Huh. Okay, so as it turns out, culinary crystals seemingly are just Modernist Pantry's thing. Like that's their line of it. Huh. Okay, interesting. Yeah, culinary crystals. 1 pound for 25 bucks. I've seen it much worse than that. The French manufacturers are charging like $50 to $60 for a pound. 25 is not terrible, and they are unflavored, so I guess you can just add any alcohol-based flavoring to them, and it'll just work. That's kind of cool. Oh, what is culinary crystals? Flavor base? Oh, Modernist Pantry also has their own version of the flavor base, and it's cocoa butter. That's interesting. Huh. Okay, so their method that they want $67. $67 for the chocolate ones? That's fucking insane. What the hell? $67? You can just like, okay, fuck it. Here's what you do. Modernist Pantry has them. Fuck you, Jason Liquor. I have brain worms. Fuck you, Jason Liquor. Here, okay. Modernist Pantry has £1 for $25. You get that, get some pure cocoa butter, probably deodorized. Use like an oil-based Loran flavoring, melt it down, coat it in that. That's your thing. That's how they do it. That's how Modernist Pantry does it too. And it works. I've used their flavoring. I've used not these exact culinary crystals, but I've used things like this because I bought like 2 ounces once from like a hipster supply shop for way too much money. 2 ounces at that store was like $12, but you just get like the Modernist Pantry ones. Their directions use cocoa butter as like the flavoring binder, which probably works really well because it's got no water in it and it's virtually flavorless and it's hard at room temperature. So, sounds good to me. I don't know. I think that would probably work. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Well, no, I am. I'm closer to a scientist than anyone else on this platform. But like this, it's not difficult to like find an alternative to the French ones, because you can buy chocolate flavoring from Loran quite easily. I have it. It's honestly pretty good. Remember when I made those pills that was trying to make Smarties on stream with like just pure dextrose and flavoring? I have those in the freezer. They didn't set up properly, but some of them are shockingly good. And the coffee and lemon flavored ones don't taste like either of those things, but they are nondescript good, and I like them. And I want that flavor profile in more things, but it tastes fucking weird. And if you added more of either one, it would be bad. But since it's barely lemon or barely coffee, you get this just kind of nondescript, oh, that's like an interesting, almost like dark chocolate, like bitter sweetness to this candy. How pleasant. But you can't add more. If you add more, it's going to start tasting like tar. Anyways, that's what's going on. You know what's going on. This is beginning to get hard on the outside, I believe. You can see how tough that is. It's not that hard yet, but it's getting harder. Like, it's working. The process is working. Also, this one has very little oil seeping out of it. I don't know why, actually. I'm not fully sure why this one has so little oil seeping out compared to the others. Should probably figure that out. Anyways, that's Thank you for SCP Femur Breaker. Very, very good. One big sip coming up. Femur Breaker. I got a few bits of ice in that. Yeah. Alright, this is my recommendation anyway. Just get the culinary crystals from Modernist Pantry. Get some deodorized cocoa butter on like Amazon. It'll work just as well, and you'll be able to flavor them however the fuck you want. And I do this a lot. That's why I have so many candy flavorings, because I like to just add them to shit. And it works. It's good. How's the brownies doing? Dare I ask? Okay, they look fucking bonkers. Hang on. Let me take them out, because I need to show you what these look like. It's very odd. Probably should not have poured milk directly on them before I put them in the oven, but they look weird. Not bad, just weird. Just odd. No, that's not what we're doing right now, but like that's what we're doing right now. Oh, fuck, that's hot. Holy shit, that's hot. I'm gonna try that. $11 for 4 ounce, $5.20 for 16 ounce. Yeah, it's like it's a way better deal than the French stuff. And Modernist Pantry is good. And I know they're a hipster. They're not hip. I know they're like a kind of base brand for like culinary students, and they dramatically overcharge for shit like lactic acid and citric and whatever. But like, they're one of the only sources for these kinds of unflavored popping crystals, and this is their line, and it's pretty reasonably priced. I don't know. That's all I got out of that one. Yeah, it's usual. That's fine. By the way, can you see the texture of these? It's very weird. They're like holes where the milk was boiling in the batter, because I guess I'm fucking in retrospect, who really did to tell me to pour milk directly onto brownie batter? Was it me? Did I do that? Well, yes. And it turned out odd. I guess I'll just let those cool. It looks weird. He's so fucked up. I'm so fucked up. I'm so fucking crazy. I'm the Joker. I'm the yoker. How's this doing? How's the chicken over here? Oh, it's searing. Again, very little oil seeping out of this one compared to most. But that is becoming crispy. That is definitely becoming crispy. Back on the yeet. Well, it's working. That's the main thing, is that it's just working. I don't know what I'm doing, man. This is such a strange looking. Let me get a photo of this with my phone so I can like actually show you. Like, it is a really, really weird looking texture. Like it looks like the cross section of a cake. Windex, my favorite beverage. My favorite little treat. I love Windex, yes. Also, okay, I forgot about this because I'm looking at my camera roll because it's singing to my computer, but like, okay, I was at a Dollar Tree today. What the fuck is this? What is this? Are people eating this? Or is this like a fake food that they just throw out just to see what happens, just to like test if anyone wants this at all? Because this looks like a fake food to me. This looks like some shit that they would parody on like Robot Chicken. There is no Windex shaped gamer sub shaker. Fuck! You're right. The latter. This is like a test product. Like, this is just like audience testing, because I'd fully believe that they're just like throwing shit in Dollar Trees just to see if people want it at all. And this really feels like market tested. This feels like lazy market testing for a product that inevitably no one will actually want. Does anyone want this? Does anyone want this? Like the mashed potato cup I can kind of see, but the shreds? The fucking shreds? The wet shredded potato with ranch powder? Is slop incarnate. I'd try it once. Well, head down to your local Dollar Tree. They might have it. I was kind of curious, but not curious enough. I can't get over the fucking shred. Why is it shreds? The mashed potato in the cup, I can kind of get. I can kind of understand it. Single serving mashed potato, it's just, what? Kind of silly, but I understand the utility of that at the very least. The fucking shreds just absolutely boggle me. I cannot comprehend that one. Why would you want shredded potato in that form? More than that, why ranch flavor? Why would you ever want it ranch flavored? Also, okay, I got the photo synced, but like, look at the texture of these brownies. Do you see this? Do you see what's going on there? Like, this is not a normal texture for brownies. This is an insane, bizarre texture for brownies. Again, mind you, I made this with a Dollar Tree brownie mix, and instead of putting vegetable oil for the fat, I decided to throw in lard. But like this, and also I poured milk on it. But like, this is not a normal texture. This is a very, very abnormal texture for any baked good, really. I would kind of expect this from like an incredibly shittily, like incorrect bad, going to probably trash it halfway through eating it like pumpkin pie or something. But for this to be brownies, that's unheard of, I'll say, because I certainly haven't heard of it, and I've heard of a lot of things. We'll just let this cool down for a bit, but like, it doesn't look bad. It's just what the fuck am I doing? It's just what the actual fuck am I doing? Okay, by the way, BRB for like 20 seconds. I need to go get my bottle of ranch so that I can ranch glaze the fried chicken, because that's what I do now. All right, hang on. BRB for like 20 seconds. You know how it goes. Ranch bottle. Brush. I can't. My phone almost fell down. Okay, so the experiment must continue, I guess. Well, you know, it was a good few hours of being the #1 scientist on Twitch.tv, but all good things must all good things must become comedy. Let's just sure that's spread out well. There we go. Ranch is quite oily, so this theoretically should fry up well. Yeah. Throw that on. We'll just see what happens to that. Just let it play out. Just have to let that play out. Brownie kind of remind me of the Necronomicon from Evil Dead. Honestly, it's a little bit evil and dead. I can see it. I can see where it comes from. What about put a little bit? Can I take the brownie out? Is it like cool enough yet? Hang on. Let me see real quick. Like, separate from the pan cleanly. I like sprayed this with non-stick. Like, it should be fine. It's still hot. Still quite hot. I'll get this out properly later. Probably, anyway. It's probably the No, it's probably the milk that fucks up the non-stick on the sides. It's probably fine on the bottom. Yeah, it feels better on the bottom. Hang on. Let me just get a little corner of that. See where we're at there. Come on. Hey! Yeah, that's not that bad. It's not that good, but like it's not that bad. Give it a taste. Yeah. That's alright. Wait, no, it's weird. Wait, no, it's weird. Why does it taste like that? Wait, what the fuck? It tastes very, very heavily of walnut, like far more than the amount of walnuts that I put in should have let it taste like. That's unexpected. Hang on. You gotta keep up the glaze. Gotta keep going. There we go. More of that delicious American flavor. Toss that over. The other side has taken on this intensely deep color. Like very, very deep color. So I can only hope that the seasoning is like charring on properly, I guess. I say seasoning, it's just fucking Hidden Valley Ranch straight out of the bottle. Glazing fried chicken. What would happen if we used Hidden Valley Ranch as part of like, as part of like the batter for fried chicken? It doesn't actually have anything that would necessarily make it bad, right? Right? I'm thinking something now. Because it's got buttermilk powder, and all the ranch has like buttermilk powder, and lactic acid is good for tenderizing meats. Well. All right. I have. Now I'll have to put that idea on the side for now. It's very tempting though to put ranch powder in the next Mochico chicken experiment. It's very tempting. It's a very, very tempting idea. It wouldn't work with the flavors, but it would be so funny. It would be so fun. Okay, so ranch browns like nothing I've ever seen before. This is an immaculate color. I don't know what to make of that, honestly. It kind of looks like an injury. Like this just has like the vibe of an injury to it, like the looks of the looks of some kind of pustule, but it probably tastes pretty fucking good. It probably tastes pretty goddamn baller. It probably tastes pretty clean and slunky and gunky and kunky. You know, it's probably probably chunchy, as they say in the underworld, in the underworld, sewer world, dark world, evil. You know, I'm gonna take this pan. I'll just put it by a window. I'll just let it cool down for a while next to an open window. Just like the good old days when we used to bomb Afghanistan. Put that right down here. It'll be fine down there on the floor. I'm thinking about bombing Afghanistan again because I watched Friendship today, starring Tim Robinson, and I know his co-star is Paul Rudd, but that one fucking scene with Conor O'Malley in it completely stole the show for me. So in my head, I'm like starring Tim Robinson and guest starring the fucking Conor O'Malley, despite him having quite literally one scene. But it was such a good scene. It was really such a good scene. Anyways. God, the fucking coloration on this is crazy. Pan-seared, double-fried, ranch-fried chicken. It's not this dark in person. Ranch, glazed, seared, fried chicken. What a fucking title for this one, huh? I honestly have pretty high hopes for this. It might be salty as fuck, but I kind of have high hopes for this. Texture is good. Feels right. I need to resharpen this knife is another thing. I'll do that later. Baby. By the way, watch Friendship. Watch Friendship, the movie starring Tim Robinson and guest starring Connor O'Malley. It's good. It's a good film. It makes you think, wow, the real world is just like this. This is the world that we live in. It's really like that. That was my thoughts. All right. Pan-seared Hidden Valley Ranch glazed pan-seared fried chicken. Ah. Hmm. Huh. I don't know how to describe this accurately. It's become sweeter. The Hidden Valley Ranch has caramelized in a way that makes it taste sweeter. That's not from the chicken. That is distinctly from the ranch flavor. I don't know. I don't know how to take that. I don't know how to interpret this. This is an this is a self-defeating flavor. It tastes like I somehow sapped flavor out of the chicken. It's like less salty than it was before. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Adding the liquid seasoning completely changes the flavor. Whoa, 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 whoa. Huh. Hang on. What is actually in Hidden Valley Ranch? Number one, vegetable oil. Okay, how is there so much vegetable oil in Hidden Valley Ranch? But this is like the driest crust I've ever seen in my life. I really want to try adding Hidden Valley Ranch to like frying batter now directly, because that is the driest, most brittle crust I've seen on this chicken. That is utterly fucking weird. I really do not have the adjectives used to describe this. Hang on. Okay, let me see if I can make like a sound. Let me see if I can make a sound too, because again, this is like, there's a layer here. This is a solid layer of like crust. And I say crust, not crisp, crust. Oh, it, it has the texture and kind of 70% of the flavor of like an air fried lumpia. It tastes like a lumpia. I don't know how else to describe it. It tastes like lumpia. Why? Genuinely. Why does it taste like lumpia? I'm trying to figure out ways to describe this, but it tastes like an air fried lumpia. It's like I'm becoming Filipino. I don't know. What the fuck? Huh. Okay. All right. You're really gonna have to fucking roll with me on this. The texture of the crusted ranch is like the outer shell of a lumpia, and the nondescript, weak, sweet acid of the Kraft Zesty Italian with a bit of garlic tastes like sawa-sawa. This is a Filipino dish. This This combination of Hidden Valley Ranch and Kraft Zesty Italian tastes Filipino. You're gonna have to just trust me on that. I cannot describe it any other way. It has the crust texture of lumpia, and this nondescript vinegar, garlic, sugar sauce tastes like sawasawan. I don't know. I don't know. Oh. Sawasawan. Sawa. Sasawan. Sasawan? Sasawan? Saswan. It tastes like fucking Saswan. Yeah, there's no other way to describe it. This tastes Filipino. This combination of flavors tastes Filipino. Out of all possible timelines, I really did not expect this one. Because it's this specific combination of ranch and zesty Italian and the Knorr, I guess. The Knorr, not so much. It's mostly the ranch and zesty Italian, but this together tastes Filipino. You could put this in a Filipino's mouth. They would probably not immediately know that it's not Filipino. They might think it's just weird. I don't know. I am just befuddled. I'm just annihilated. I just don't know what's going on. Yeah, fuck. I've accidentally created the Philippines. I've accidentally created Filipino food. What a fucking world, huh? Damn. Well, you know, it's a whole new era. It's a whole new world. Accidental Filipino. Accidental Filipino. You know, God bless. Salamat Pagi or whatever it is. Yeah, I'm losing my mind. I wish there was a cleaner, easier way to describe this in a logical manner, but there isn't. There is not. This is just taste Filipino to me, and I can't escape that. It's just the truth. Salamat Pagi with love or whatever. Whatever. Fucking go. I can't believe this is what this is what I've become. This is who I am now. I'm now Filipino. H. Hi, Blazy. How you doing? We just got done accidentally becoming Filipino. Finally operating a Jollibee here. What fun. I still have yet to actually ever go to a Jollibee, so I should probably do that at some point. I was soldering, so I wasn't here. Well, we've accidentally recreated Filipino food. Make of that what you will. Turns out, by the way, Hidden Valley Ranch fries in a way that is more similar to bread crust than anything else. Like a thick-ish bread crust. That's really cool. One of the standard sizes steamed rice, classic. I love rice. I'm a big rice head. I'm a big rice bitch. Also, on Callie, what do you do, Callie? Just fucking we hate Callie. We're gonna kill him. Raid message. I have recreated the Spasian race. Hidden Filipino. Asian man likes rice. More at 11.